Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Shayna and we are doing some pregnancy updates for you guys. I'm currently in my second trimester, but literally have 2 weeks left and then I'll be on my third. It's crazy. I am 26 weeks in 1 day today. So I'm going to be doing my 25-week recap. So as far as symptoms goes, acid, obviously it's still a constant. It never stops. Some days are better than others. It really just depends on my diet, I guess, for the most part. But sometimes I feel like I haven't eaten like crazy acidic foods and yet I still have it bad. I do take over-the-counter acid pills like maybe 2 to 3 times a week, if that, and how bad it is. I kind of just like to fight through it, or I just automatically sit up when I'm going to bed and try not to lay down at all so it doesn't even come. I will say I've started to get pregnancy insomnia. That has sucked tremendously because I'll struggle to fall asleep, whether it's acid or just I can't get my brain to shut off. There's so much going on in my life right now that I'm going in so many different directions. Or I'll fall asleep easily, or I won't fall asleep easily and I will wake up an hour to 2 hours after I fall asleep and struggle to go back to sleep. So it takes me an hour to 2 hours to fall back. And for whatever reason, that's if I have to pee, because you know that's a constant pregnancy symptom too, where you're getting up to pee 20 times a night. When you get vertigo, that's it. It just comes every single time I stand up, whether that's I'm trying to sleep or throughout the day. Anytime I stand up, oh, I gotta pee. Whether I was having to pee, woken up by acid, or stuffy nose, because I've been using nose spray too, because of, I guess it's a change of seasons or just whatever, or if a stuffy nose is part of pregnancy symptom too, that has woken me up in the middle of the night. Or I also have a 3-year-old, so if she wakes up, I struggle to go back to sleep and I'm up for hours, or I can't get comfortable, and so on and so forth. So that has also sucked, but that's okay. I don't remember going through pregnancy insomnia with Emery. I do remember struggling to get comfortable and like going to sleep, but I never associated it with insomnia. I only think that I didn't deal with waking up in the middle of the night a lot, other than having to pee and then struggling to fall back asleep. I think it was just the initial falling asleep and then just getting uncomfortable. I still have been having discharge. Like, I've had a lot of discharge with this pregnancy. I didn't have too much with Emery, or at least I can't remember having it, and I didn't mention it in any of the pregnancy updates that I had, but I'm definitely having a lot more discharge with him throughout the entire pregnancy. Some days / weeks are more noticeable than others, and it really just, I honestly think it's like when I'm hot is when it happens the most, when I notice it the most, because it smells. And I think that I hope that I'm the only one that can smell or notice it. No one else has ever said anything, but I think it's just me. But, you know, my sense of smell is also a little bit stronger given pregnancy too. So itchiness is still there. I will say I've been exfoliating for about 3 weeks now, like 2 to 3 times a week, and it has helped a lot. I'm still itchy, but nowhere near as much as what I was previously. So definitely found a good thing that's helping me with the itchiness, which is exfoliating, and it's really nice and feels good, and you're taking care of yourself and pampering at the same time too. I am definitely watching my sugar. I still am craving pizza and chocolate here and there. Still just the liquid chocolate, hot chocolate shake. Sometimes I'll eat like an actual piece of chocolate or like chocolate cake or something like that, but that's fewer and far between. But like I said, I've been watching my sugar because I definitely think I have gestational diabetes again. I did take that fresh test, which, by the way, if you haven't seen my last pregnancy update, I did take the gestational diabetes test. I have my LabCorp results on my email, but as of today, October 15th, which is also my 5-year wedding anniversary and 8 years together with my husband, anyway, and Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day, that is today. I have had 2 pregnancy losses, so light a candle. By the time you're saying this, it's past, but I hope you lit a candle, or now you know for next year to light a candle for all the babies that have been lost. LabCorp results, it said that I was at 157 when the threshold was 139. With Emery's, I was 147 with my first test, so only 8 points over, but this one is 18 points, so there's like no denying it. My doctor still hasn't called me, so obviously they're not too worried about it, probably because I've had it before and it did not affect us like at all. Just watching my sugar, and I am going to tell them that I'm not going to take the 3-hour test. Once I do get in touch with them, I'm probably going to end up calling them. Let's just say that work is still crazy. It's never ending, so I barely have the time to breathe while I'm there, let alone try and call my doctor's office. So hopefully they'll call me, because I definitely will not remember during office hours. So I'm definitely thinking that I have it. They just haven't contacted me yet. And when they do, to set up the 3-hour test, I'm just going to tell them I'm not, and to go ahead and set up a maternal fetal medicine appointment. I did have to do the same thing with Emery, but because that's anytime you're diagnosed with it, they want to do a in-depth growth scan, which again, please do. I want eyes that I can get on him given our history, so I do not mind it. I just want to go ahead and get that appointment scheduled instead of having to worry about taking another test to officially diagnose it. I'm good. I don't mind. I will check my sugar and then take that appointment for the duration of my pregnancy. I am perfectly fine with it. Just waiting on that call so we can get all of that set up. Pretty much it this week. That's all I can think off the top of my head. I was looking at my book. That's all I really wrote down. I'll show you the bump. Here he is. I definitely feel like he has grown since the last video I took over the past week, that's for sure. I am measuring on time. I was measuring 3 weeks behind with my daughter, and with him I'm actually measuring where I'm supposed to be. So even though I feel big and look big and much bigger with her than I was with her, this is what I was supposed to be when I was pregnant with her. I was just measuring behind, and that was her growth restriction. So I'm happy. Still no stretch marks. Still have been looking out for those, but I will see you guys next week for my 26-week/27 week update. You guys, I am 27 weeks today. It is freaking insane, meaning I have this last week in my second trimester, and then I will officially be in my third and final trimester of this pregnancy, which also happens to be my last pregnancy that I do plan to ever have. So it's bittersweet closing this chapter, but at the same time, I'm very, very excited to this week. So 27 weeks, I've been having lots of discharge. I've kind of dealt with it basically my entire pregnancy. I haven't mentioned it every single week or even notated it because, you know, it was kind of just always there and it wasn't like a big symptom that was causing me issues. I've still been experiencing acid. I have been taking at least one acid pill every single day for the past couple of days. So that towards the end of this week, it got pretty bad. During the beginning, I was trying to fight through it, but to be honest with you, it is so annoying and so hard to sleep, and the insomnia is just insane. I was exhausted last week, and this past weekend I had a relaxing spa day on Saturday because it was a friend's bachelorette, and that's what she wanted to do. And you would think that I would wake up Sunday feeling refreshed. Nope, I woke up Sunday feeling exhausted, and I had no energy. I was like, what? But it was because of acid, and I couldn't sleep, and I kind of felt uncomfortable. I feel like I slept wrong because I had this crick in my neck where a sharp pain would go from my ear all the way down my neck, and I can't explain to you how I got it or exactly where it came from. I am still exfoliating my legs basically every time I shave, which is almost every single day because my hair grows pretty fast and I cannot stand body hair, or the pricklies, because they just make me itchy in general. So I'm even more itchy now given the pregnancy and the hormone changes and just the blood flow issues and So I still have been exfoliating, helping with my itchiness. It's still there. Some days are worse than others. Depends on what's going on that day, how my blood flow is that day, how much water intake I've had, and so on and so forth. I've been watching my sugar because I do have gestational diabetes. My doctor finally called me today actually to finally discuss and have my results and to kind of plan or schedule the 3-hour test, which I did say that I did not plan to take, that I just wanted to get a referral over to the maternal fetal medicine doctor and then monitor my sugar for the rest of my pregnancy, because I felt like it's a waste of resources and time because I already know that I'm going to fail it. There's really no point, and I'd rather just safe than sorry and monitor it. And I would love to have extra eyes on him to make sure that he's okay, especially with telling us that he had fluid in both of his kidneys at our 21-week appointment, and I'm now 27. I really want to update on that, so I really want to see what's going on. So I am looking forward to having this maternal fetal medicine appointment. I don't have it scheduled. I'm waiting for the office to call me so we can get one scheduled. They've also put in a referral for me to get all my equipment and stuff as far as tracking my gestational diabetes, which I can basically ignore because I did have it with my previous pregnancy, so I already have the monitoring glucose thingy. I already have all of it, so I really don't need any of it. I just have to buy more of the pricky thingies and get the actual paper to track my sugar from the maternal fetal medicine doctor like I had done with my last pregnancy as well. So definitely watching that. I don't mind it. I am not freaking out with this one like I did with my last pregnancy because it wasn't even on my mind, on my radar, that I would have it or have to deal with it. But it was a blessing in disguise because it caught other things that was going on with my last pregnancy. So I'm all for it. It's fine. It did not affect me or my child last time, so I don't expect it to do the same this time. Again, every pregnancy is different, but that is why we take precautions and why we are doing a growth scan. Baby boy has been moving like absolute craziness. I love to feel. It is the best part about pregnancy, is the one thing that I missed feeling like with my daughter in that pregnancy, and I think the thing that I'm going to miss the most out of closing this pregnancy chapter. I feel so bad because I haven't taken as many pictures or videos as I did with my daughter. Like, I have tons of them, and I definitely want to make it a point to do that the last stretch of my pregnancy, because I have about 13 weeks left if I go to term. It's cool because yesterday was October 20th, and that was exactly 3 months from January 20th, which is my current due date. So I was like, holy crap, no way. But I am pretty big. I'm going to show you guys my bump, but I am measuring on time how I'm supposed to. Here he is. The weather is finally cooling down here in Georgia, so I'm able to wear the cool fall bump outfits that I've been wanting to try out instead of the same ones that I wore over the summer. I have still been looking up for stretch marks and oiling my tummy as much as possible because, like I said, I am much bigger with him than I was with my daughter. So far, so good. If you see these, those aren't stretch marks. Those are from my pants, because that's where they were sitting, if you can see the indention. Because the pants, I don't have many maternity clothes, because I was like, that's a waste of money. There's no point in buying maternity clothes if I'm never going to wear them again. So I've just been trying to wear stretchier clothes or sizing up. This is an outfit that I had way previously before pregnancy, and it won't fit all the way over my bump, so that's why there's an indention right there. I have still been wanting chocolate and pizza. Still, like, literally, it's still legit just chocolate that I'm craving as far as sweet. There's nothing else, like a wide variety of things like I had with my dog. And then pizza, like, that's still, like, the only thing I'm, like, in the mood for, I guess you could say. Like, other things, I'm like, I want to try something different, something new, but I don't know what I want. I'm kind of in that stage right now. I'm not craving pizza insanely like I was before, but I'm also not really craving anything else. The last thing I'm going to touch on, which I don't think that I have said really much at all in any of these updates, is my sex drive. TMI are too much for some people, but with Emery, with my last pregnancy, I had no sex drive whatsoever. It completely disappeared. I didn't have one at all. The only time that I was intimate with my husband was when he initiated it, and to be honest with you, I was like, okay, yeah, do what you gotta do to get off. I'm just gonna lay here. And I was fine with that because, you know, obviously I still did things or whatever. I wasn't like, I didn't just lay there. I just didn't have a sex drive whatsoever. Him, I do, which is stark difference. It's definitely not as high as it would be if I wasn't pregnant, but it definitely is there. This is a lot different pregnant than it is not, because you are limited, especially when you get later in your pregnancy. But yeah, so I thought that I'd mention that because that is part of my symptoms, and it's something that I would like to remember. Anyway, so that is my next to last update for my second trimester. I will be to see you guys in 6 days for how this 27 weeks went, which is so crazy because the next time you see me, I will be basically entering my third trimester. Good morning. It is dark, as you can see. You can probably hear my windshield wipers. It is 7:43, nasty, rainy outside, chilly, feels like fall for sure, and definitely still dark. It's odd being this dark at basically 8 o'clock in the morning, but I am headed to my maternal fetal medicine appointment that I had this morning. My doctor called me on Friday to get it set up with this office. I've been here before. It's where I went with my daughter Emery when I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. Kind of know the drill, kind of not, because it has been a little bit over 3 years since I've been, so it's going to be different, but I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know where I'm headed, and then I'll give you an update once I get out. All right, you guys, this is the first appointment, maternal fetal medicine appointment, or whatever that you can say, that we have come out of with like basically all good news. No weird diagnoses or something. I did not walk out of here being told that I have to be induced at 37 weeks. I am very, very happy and just very grateful that this pregnancy is different, and that we were all correct in saying that Emery's pregnancy was situational. And then we had a growth scan. We were in there for about an hour. She checked everything. He was not in a position where he wanted any like cool, nice photos done. She tried. I had to move every which way. I was like almost on my head because she was trying to get images of him and like what she needed, and he just was not cooperating because he was like, his back was up and there was a ton of shadows or something. Girl, I couldn't tell you. I don't know how they read these daggum things. But here he is. He's still a boy. These are the only two photos she could get. She said that she tried to get a 3D one, but it just was not not happening where his hand was, and then she just couldn't get the image, which is fine. I will be back in 4 weeks, so at the end of next month, to do an additional growth scan. The last time I came here, I had to show up like every single week up until I was induced because of the growth restriction. This time they're not worried at all. He is 2 pounds and something ounces. I cannot believe I forgot how many ounces he was, but he's over 2 pounds, which is amazing. Blood flow's good. Look at his kidneys again, because obviously they said that they had found some fluid in his kidneys whenever we were at our last like anatomy scan. He said that it's basically more like tomorrow it is going to be normal, that she's not worried about it at all. Now today they have to say it's abnormal because I'm literally 1 day away from 28 weeks. But how it's measuring how it would be at 28 weeks, and there's no way that he's gonna like do that huge major growth thing within the next like 18 hours for it to be a concern. So she said when I come back see them, that is gonna be gone. They have no concern whatsoever about his kidneys. That apparently it's more likely in males than females to have more fluid or what. Perfectly healthy, really good, growing just fine. They don't have any concerns at all with his kidneys or with his growth. They said that they still want to check it, obviously, because my last pregnancy was like that. The only other thing that I was concerned about was preeclampsia, because I had that with Emery, and you're a higher risk of getting it again if you've had it before, and higher risk if you had gestational diabetes. So 2 in 1. They said that the only thing that they wanted to monitor is because I am so early in my pregnancy being diagnosed with gestational diabetes, because they did my test early in my pregnancy instead of at 28 weeks, which is when they normally do it, because I had it last time. That's why they want me to really come back. Now I don't have to come back until 4 weeks, and at every single Sunday night or Monday morning I need to send in my like glucose like sheet where I've been monitoring my sugar, and they'll look at it, and that's going to help determine whether or not I am good with just staying on a like altered diet to keep my sugar in check, or if I need medication. But so far so good. It's like still really low. The last time I didn't have to be on medication. And as far as the preeclampsia, my blood pressure is still perfect. It's actually still lower. It was like 106/72 or something today. And it was like always perfect with Emery, but then obviously at the end there it was like no. But a big sign that I had previously with her was a severe swelling in the face and hands at like 25-26 weeks, and so far I'm at 28 and I can still wear my rings. Obviously there's still going to be a little bit swelling no matter what being pregnant, but it's not like it was before. So they're still going to watch that just in case, obviously, so they're just going to keep a close eye on everything. But so far so good, weighing normal. I got all of my sheets and stuff ready to go for this. You know how to read labels and what to look at, how to, you know, low carb, high protein sort of thing, which sucks because carbs is like everything to me, which is probably why I have it again, because all I eat is carbs. And then obviously this sheet right here that I will send in after checking my sugar every single day. I'm probably gonna end up starting it tomorrow. I still had everything from last time, but this needs to be calibrated, and I honestly don't know how to do that, and I need to get new test strips. The Lancets are fine, but I need to get new test strips today, and I kind of want to start on a clean slate, so I'll probably end up starting it tomorrow morning, and I'll see if someone at work knows how to calibrate this thing, because I definitely don't. Anyway, that's it for this appointment. I'm very excited. I'm 28 weeks tomorrow, meaning I'm officially in my 3rd trimester, and I am basically in my home stretch. I have 10 to 12 weeks, possibly longer than that. Hopefully he will not want to stay in here past 40 weeks. I didn't have the experience of having to being able to go into labor naturally, and so far I still have that option, and I really hope that it stays that way. As they all say, they want this to be a very boring pregnancy, so I hope it stays that way too. Or this massive pimple on my face. It started to form yesterday. I felt it, and this morning I woke up and it has a head. Oh, it's not ideal and it's kind of painful. But welcome back to my 27-week bump day. I am 28 weeks today officially, and I am in my 3rd trimester. I'm so excited and cannot believe it. This is my last trimester of this pregnancy, and most likely my last pregnancy ever, so it's freaking crazy, and time is going by so fast. So I basically have 12 weeks or less left, unless he decides to come after my due date, which I highly doubt. On the previous clips I did have my first maternal fetal medicine appointment to track and go over my gestational diabetes and do a growth screen for him, so you guys got to see that. That was a big part of this week. So some more symptoms, which is crazy as always, my acid. Last night was the only night that I didn't have acid, and I was like, because the night before last I was like, I can't do this anymore, I cannot take it, this has to stop. Like I legit was at my wit's end. Like I cannot do the acid anymore. And last night, I guess God believed me because it was the first night that I did not have severe acid or really any at all. I had a little bit here and there, but it wasn't bad. And I think it was a lot because I didn't lay down at all. Like even when I'm lounging around before I'm going to bed, I was still sitting straight up in my bed with pillows on my back instead of laying straight down. I did not get as low as I normally would. So I definitely think that had something to do with it. And also eating earlier in the evening than I would typically, because I typically eat dinner late because my husband and I would eat dinner after my daughter goes to bed, and I usually eat a late lunch, so I'm not even hungry, and So I feel like eating dinner earlier also helped in that aspect. The other one that has been really decent this week is discharge. And I feel so gross because I legit, like, if this is TMI, I'm sorry, you can skip this, but I literally felt and saw discharge like running down the side of one of my legs the other day. That is how much discharge I am having with this pregnancy. It is gross, and today has been no different. And this week it has been nasty and gloomy. You can see the rain in my windows, in my car at the grocery store, about to run in and grab something. And so the weather has been cooler, so I've been able to wear my cute, ignore the hot chocolate I spilled on this, like fall outfits I've been wanting to wear, like with my dresses and sweaters over this freaking hot, y'all. So today, like, and I've been changing my underwear 1 to 2 times a day. I keep an extra pair in my car, and I know I should just invest in some panty liners, but I just have not. Get hotter, especially down there, and it's not breezing or airing out, you know. It's more moist, and therefore the discharge gets there, and then you can smell it. And no one else can smell it other than me, as far as I'm aware. No one has said anything to me, including my husband. So, and he's not gonna keep his mouth shut if he can smell it. That's good. I mean, it doesn't stink, but it's definitely not pleasant. So that is the other big, like, major symptom this week. Other swelling a little bit more on my hands, but it's not all day, every day. It's like certain hours. Like when I get too hot or when it's humid, that's when my fingers and my hands typically swell, and that's normal. That happens whether I'm pregnant or not, and for a lot of people, but my face hasn't swelled up at all, so that is a really good sign. Real quick, a symptom that I've also been having is lightning crotch, I guess, or like severe pressure in my crotch. Like, you know how you're on your cycle and you feel pressure down there? That some people may not, but I do. And I legit had to pull out my heating pad and put a heating pad on my crotch because of the pressure and just like the uncomfortableness. Like, it's not painful per se when you think of I'm in pain. It's just really uncomfortable down there, and just tons of pressure and just heaviness, and like just lower pelvic pain as well. So that has also been a big symptom this 27 weeks. And I'm like, how could it be that much pressure down there? I'm not even close to giving birth yet. Like, why? But it's there. Diet with my gestational diabetes is definitely going to be the hardest for me to do because I basically live off of carbs. Like, pasta is a huge thing, and obviously I have been wanting some more sweets recently. Distilled the hot chocolate. I'm lesser so wanting pizza, but I haven't been craving anything individually, but definitely carbs itself. Emery, but it was 3 years ago, so I barely remember the process. And with her, it was like I did it for 6 to 7 weeks. I didn't have to do it nearly as long as I'm going to have to do it this time. But my husband has been meal prepping for himself, so he's going to help me out a lot. It's not going to be perfect. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm an extremely picky person, and I will give in to my cravings sometimes, and I probably will not be giving up soda at all, but I will cut back on what I'm eating and choose healthier options for most of my meals. And as long as my sugar is not getting out of control, there's absolutely no issue. I started doing my sugar today. Was the first day I started doing it, and they're low. Like, you see that? They're low. That's what was with Emery too. Like, there was only a few times that it was over, and I was like, why are they worried about this? They're low. There's no way I have it. And then I would eat something and it would be higher. So just choosing smarter meals. Lots of work done in the nursery this week. It actually looks like a nursery now, and I'm so happy. The crib's in its place, the rug is down, the walls are done. That one little section of the room, of the floor that still needs done, it still isn't done because I'm waiting on my husband to get it there, but he told me he's gonna get it done tomorrow, and he better, because we're gonna have issues if he does not. I'm gonna deep clean it one more time because I want to be on the safe side, and all the clothes that I have right now are organized and in his dresser already. I'm pretty much ready to go for my baby shower that is in about 3 weeks. His name sign should have come in today. I haven't looked on Amazon to see if it got delivered yet or not, but I can, once that's here and I put that on the wall, I can do his cloud decal. You guys the bump while I'm in the car. This is difficult, but here he is. This is 28 weeks today, but this is my 27-week update, like reflection week. So I hope you guys enjoy. Video of my second trimester. This is the last video of my second trimester, and then next video you will see my third trimester, 28 weeks and on until I give birth. I am so excited, so happy, and so ready, and thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey of this last pregnancy. I hope you guys maybe learned some things or just can relate, I guess, and even if this is just for me and my memories, that's like the main point. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next one.